Okay, so I should just say I took a pretty high microdose, and I'm getting ready to go in for a 2-hour massage appointment. And what I'm going to do in this episode today, I'm going to share everything with you, from the dosing to going in and what I'm experiencing in the 2-hour massage appointment and way beyond. I think it's using a microdose and then getting something like this done is pretty profound, and I've done it before, but I've never really commented on it a lot. But I'm going to do that in today's episode. So welcome to Microdose U. I am Dr. Dave.
Enter the world of magic mushrooms with Microdose U.
Hey there, welcome back. How are you? Dr. Dave here. As you can tell, if you're watching me on video on the YouTube channel, I'm in my car. I just pulled up to my appointment. I've got a few minutes before I go in, and a little while ago I just did a let's just say, to keep things safe here, a pretty good microdose. And I'm about to go in for a 2-hour massage appointment. Now, I will tell you this, I get massages about once a week. I do it because, first of all, I've talked to you about this. All the side work that we do, all the things we do in addition to microdosing really help our bodies, both mentally and physically. And, I experienced quite a bit of knee issues, leg issues. I've got some arthritis in my knees, at my age, and what I've done as far as like athletics all my life, with a lot of skiing, a lot of running. It's kind of expected, and it's not a good thing, but it's not a horrible thing, because luckily I still have my knees. They're still okay, but I've been through a lot of pain, and I get these massages every week. And since I've been doing that for quite some time now, these days I experience almost no pain in my body, almost none. If I overdo it with walking, hiking, running, or skiing, if I overdo it, my knees will start to talk to me. They'll let me know, and I'll back off. And that's actually, I think that's a good thing, because it tells me to be, Dave, be careful. Don't overdo it. You can do things in pretty good moderation, but just don't go crazy. Don't overdo it. So I'm about to go into this appointment, and like I said, I've done a pretty good microdose, and I want to experience, other than the therapeutic benefits for me physically and mentally on the massage table, I want to experience a session that is very, very special, where, how can I explain this? Where I feel, not that I'm just floating through, but where I feel like, also I feel a very serious connection to my massage therapist. And I just want to see what happens. So I'm ready to go in. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a 2-hour appointment. So just wait a little bit. You don't have to wait in real time. No, I'll pause this. And I'll come back after the appointment, and I'll let you know in great detail what happens during this appointment, how I feel, how I felt, the connection I felt with my therapist. Let's face it, I've got somebody touching me for 2 hours straight while I'm on a microdose, a strong microdose. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how it differs from if I did not use any microdosing whatsoever. Let's see. I'm excited, as you can tell. And so I'll be back with you really shortly, and let's talk about everything that happened in my appointment. Okay, well, I'm back to report. It was, let me just explain. First, I'm going to say, if you have the ability to do something like this, I'm going to give you my highest recommendations, my absolute highest. I also want to ask a question. Is there a such thing as ego death or ego dissolution from a microdose? Those of you that say no way, you can't have an ego death or an ego dissolution from a microdose, that's just preposterous. Then you were not in my situation just now. You didn't do a microdose and have a 2-hour massage and you went into outer space. Because if you quickly say, no, you can't, that's not going to happen, then you've not experienced this. From the moment I walked into the room and disrobed and got under the sheet or whatever, towel, whatever it was, I don't even know anymore, really. I felt that I was like one with the massage table. You know, like, have you ever taken a yoga class and they say, like, make sure when your feet are touching the earth, feel like you're one with the earth. Feel like you're just a part of the earth. Everything's connected. Feel like you're part of this. And sometimes you think it's kind of bogus, and sometimes you say, you know, you try to do your best. But when I say that I felt like I was one with the massage table, I felt like I almost like just melted into the table. And then it got, well, I don't even see how it can get better from there, but it got better from there, because when she came into the room, as she touched my body and touched my skin, it's very hard to explain. I felt like I was floating on the clouds, on or in, both maybe. Now, this is not my first time having a massage. As a matter of fact, I was going to say, like, if you go into this with a 2-hour massage and you start with somebody that you've never seen before, I think there takes a lot of understanding and getting used to each other. Because I've been here so many times with her, and she knows my body so well, and she knows exactly what to do so well, that makes I think that makes a big difference, as opposed to, let's just say I was on a vacation somewhere and I was went into some spa and asked for a massage, and yeah, it could be good, it could be really good, but let's face it, the massage therapist, we're new to each other, and we wouldn't know each other, and she wouldn't know my body well enough, and it could be a great experience, but it wouldn't be like this. After you get to know somebody, and she's done this so many times, and by the way, she doesn't just do this like cookbook, like you know, like the same way every time. She can actually feel the body, and she's so intuitive. She knows exactly where to go. So what I do, I just totally lay back and let her go where she wants to go. Because I don't try to force anything. I don't try to guide her in it. I just let her do her thing. And today was evident of how powerful a session like this can be. I don't know if I can put it into proper words. I'm doing an episode, you know, I've got to try my best to put it into words, but there aren't words in the English language that might be able to even do this any justice. This was a true ego dissolution session. I lost track of time. There were times that I didn't really know where I was, but in a good way. I was floating, and I just like gave into all of my senses, gave into all of my ego, just let it go for 2 hours straight. But I didn't know what time it was, so when she was finished, you know, I had to kind of gather my thoughts back and become a human being again. I've talked to you about the float spa that I have been to quite a bit. And I haven't been there for a while, admittedly, but I really need to go back to that. But I would say, given the choice of a session like this or the float spa, I would say this is probably better. I think I can go deeper, maybe. But also, it's not a sensory deprivation, because of course there's a lot of touch. So the float spa, whereas the float spa is sensory deprivation, you're in a dark room, floating in body temperature water, and you don't know where you are because you feel like you're in space, and that's great. And I want to go back. And the more I talk about it, the more I want to go back. But this is not sensory deprivation. It's sensory, I don't know the word. It's not sensory overload, because that would be a negative connotation. was sensory excellente. I don't really know. I don't know the word. I can't say. I'm going to highly recommend that you try something like this. And when you do this, so I want to comment. Let yourself go all the way. Let yourself go as deep as you can. Okay, now I've never witnessed anybody else getting a massage. That would be a little weird, right? But I have gotten a lot of pedicures. I love pedicures. I love a pedicure where I just, my feet are in the water, in the hot water bath, and then they take them out and they work on your feet and toes, and they do massage on your legs. And I go deep during a pedicure as well. But the reason I like pampering, because I think pampering is really good for our bodies and for our souls and for our psyche. And right now, I think my blood pressure must be negative. My blood pressure is in the negative territory, and I'm on like parasympathetic overload. I want to be totally relaxed, but I've witnessed people getting a pedicure or a manicure, and they're like on the phone, having a business conversation. And my first thought process is like, I feel really bad for you. Like, you pay your money, you're coming in, and not only are you annoying everybody else in this spa that's trying to relax and try to get a pedicure or a manicure or something like that. You're not only are you annoying everybody there, but you're not able to go deep, and you're not able to take care of your own body, because even when you're trying to relax, you're on a business call. I don't understand that at all. So what I'm trying to say is, when you get into a situation where you're in a float spa, you really can't do anything else in a float spa, but I guess, I don't know, but you're getting a massage, or you're getting something, you're getting pampered in some way. Go as deep as you can. Even if it's for 30 minutes, even 30 minutes, or go deep. Your body will thank you. There's a time for business. There's a time for calling the relatives on the phone. There's a time for FaceTiming. But it's not when you're trying to take care of your own body, especially in a public place. There's a time for everything. I'm a big fan, if you haven't noticed, I'm a tremendous fan of letting your body go and going into the parasympathetic and letting somebody pamper you and take you deep, really deep. There are so many mental and physical health benefits from this. I don't even know what they all are, but there are so many. It's endless. So I just wanted to report back from you. This was a huge success. I can't wait to do it again. I really look forward to it. It's very healthy, really healthy. And I want to ask you a favor. If you have, I didn't even get to the part where I'm still floating so much. I didn't get to the part where I ask you to go into the show notes or to the website, microdoseu.com, the show notes of each podcast episode here. And there are a lot of good links, really important links that can take you deep. But I want to ask you a favor, especially right now, if you're on Apple Podcast, if you're listening to them on Apple, I want you to go into and even if you're not listening right now on Apple, go into your Apple platform if you can, and give me a review. There's a reason I'm asking. Give me a written review. It'll literally take you less than 60 seconds. Less than 60 seconds. I need some more ratings, and I need some more written reviews, and I'll explain later. But if you just would help, I'm asking for your help. It's not often that I ask for help, but I'm asking for your help. Go give me a written review on Apple Podcast if you can. It will really help me a lot in ways that you won't even know, or I'll share it with you at another time. Okay. I'm going to call this the end of the episode. I'm still on cloud 9. Hopefully it lasts for a long time, and I think it will. And also, the way I feel about life in general, it should last. Brand new episode every Wednesday and Friday. I've been doing them on Mondays also, because I'm trying to do like mushrooms in the news on Mondays. What's going on in the news with mushrooms? Any new studies? I'm trying to cover that all on Mondays, so we're trying that. I can't guarantee every Monday, but I'm doing my best. Anyway, I love you. I really do. I truly appreciate from the bottom of my heart you being here with me here with this little bit of a special, different episode today on Microdose U. I am Dr. Dave. Talk to you soon.